Something must be done. You say either, I say either. You say neither, I say neither. Either, either, neither, neither. Let's call the whole thing off. You like potato, and I like potato. You say tomato, and I say tomato. Potato, potato, tomato, tomato. Let's call the whole thing off. But oh, if we call the whole thing off, hey Richard, then we must part. And oh, if we ever part, then that might break my heart. So if you like pajamas and I like pajamas, I'll wear pajamas and them pajamas. For we know we need each other, so we better call the calling off. Let's call the whole thing off. So if you like pajamas and I like pajamas, I'll wear pajamas and give up pajamas. For we know we need each other, so we better call the calling off. Let's call the whole thing off. Whew. Yeah, let's just call the whole thing off. Oh no, let's call the calling off. That's what we're going to call off. It reminds me, there's a really good Paul Simon song. There's a great Paul Simon lyric where it's, you like to sleep with the window open and I like the window closed, or vice versa. So goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. I can't remember what song it's from, but you like to sleep with the window open and I like to sleep with the window open and you keep the window closed. So goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. It's another breakup song based on tiny little proclivities of daily living, the proclivities of daily living that sometimes don't match up. Welcome to the nosho. I'm Ethan Hirschenfeld. This is the nosho for the 11th of May, Saturday night. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the 11th. It is the 11th. Let's call the whole thing off. Hey, Leslie. Hey, Richard. I hope you're feeling a little better. Good to have you back in the audience. Hello, Dad. Dad says that's a lousy reason for a breakup, I guess. A disagreement about the minutia of like keeping the window open or closed or that kind of stuff. I don't know. You know, people can do stuff. Pig, Sheep, and Wolves from Paul Simon. Pig, Sheep, and Wolves? Wait, that's not the name of the song, is it? Hello, Neuro Geezer. Toilet paper over and under. Hey, Mom, how you doing? Hey, Dawn. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. Good evening. I'm Ethan. This is the No Show. The No Show happens every night at 9. And that was another thing from this Gershwin book. Now, it has a really good intro. I'm going to read you the words from the intro. I don't have it down yet, but The song is Let's Call the Whole Thing Off from 1936 or 1937, depending. Um, Neurogeezer says, if you're still playing with puppy names, for the last 3 nights, the solar storm K index has been at the highest number, K9. Oh, that's funny. Wow. No, we've kind of settled. We're in a good place with the puppy name. So the puppy's doing great. And we seem to be, so we've settled on Brunhilde. Brunhilde, who was the head of the Valkyries in the ring cycle. But we're not calling her by her full name. We're either calling her B, or it seems like we both end up calling her Hildy. Hildy, which is sort of like, it's the second half of the name. Hildy. It's a very cute name. Hildy. Hildy. The other nice thing is right now we have Fafi, that's F. We have Gornemans, who's G. And we have Hildy, who's an H. So that works pretty well. She loves the beach. She's been to the beach twice. I'm going to start. Kirsten had a really good name. Yeah, Hildy is really nice, Leslie. I'm glad you like that. It's a very cute name. I feel like there was a TV show or a movie. Can someone help me? Anyone in the audience remember where that appeared? I feel like there was a movie where someone's girlfriend was Hildy. I feel like it's some really important pop culture reference where someone was named Hildy, but I can't put my finger on it. So anyway, here's what happens in this 1936 Gershwin song. Here's the situation before the potato business. Things have come to a pretty pass. Our romance is growing flat. For you like this and the other, while I go for this and that. You like this and I like that. Goodness knows what the end will be. Oh, I don't know where I'm at. It looks as if we two will never be one. Something must be done. You say either. I say. So anyway, it's a cute little opening, a little intro. Oh, was it Mad Men? Was it in Mad Men where someone was named Hildy? Okay, that sounds about right. Yeah, there was a Hildy in Mad Men. Okay, I got to watch that show. I mean, I watched various episodes of it, and I know it was fantastic, but I never was like a full-on acolyte. Is that the word? Like, anyway. Things have come to a pretty pass. Our romance is going flat. You like this and the other, while I go for this and that. Goodness knows what the end will be. Oh, I don't know where I'm at. It looks as if we two will never be one. Something must be done. You say either, and I say either. You say neither, and I say neither. Either, either, neither, neither. Let's call the whole thing off. Let's see what happens next in this relationship. Does it have an outro? It doesn't seem to have an outro, Leslie. That's a good question. Hey, Rubs Troll. Nice to see you. You like potato, and I like potato. You like tomato, and I like tomato. Potato, potato, tomato, tomato. Let's call the whole thing off. But oh, if we call the whole thing off, then we must part. And oh, if we ever part, then that will break my heart. So if you like to my pajamas, pajamas. Hey Donald, zam ba ba da da ba da 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 da. Hey ha 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 ha. Dang da 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 da. Oh. Let's call the whole thing off. All right, let's just call it off. Wait, is someone having a birthday? Hello, Jill Stein. Oh, Donald says Jill Stein is live streaming her birthday as we speak. Oh man, no wonder. No wonder my audience is a little smaller tonight. Jill Stein, you've split the vote again. Oh, if we are the whole thing on here. Yeah, don't get me started about those third-party candidates. Oi. Oh, I wanted to tell you a story about about this song. This is a story that I heard. I heard this story secondhand. The story is someone goes to an audition for a musical theater production and they sing something, and then the director or the musical director, as sometimes happens in an audition, they said, you know what? I'd like you to go, I'd like you to look at this song also, or this scene also. So here are the pages, go out in the hall. And when you're ready, come back in. We'd like to hear you do this number as well. And sometimes, a casting person or a director, they'll want to do that because, they noticed something in your read of the original scene or your rendition of the original song that maybe suggested to them, you know what? Maybe this person isn't right for the role that I first called them in for, but I have them in mind for something else. Or maybe you showed some sort of a character trait or a character flaw, or there was something about you, an aura that suggested to this person on the other side of the casting table, maybe it suggested to them, you know what? I think he might be right for the next production. We have this thing coming up, like, I don't know, a monster. We're doing this Halloween spectacular, and I think this person would make a great mummy or whatever. So they give you another scene to study. So in this anecdote that I'm about to relate, this person sings a song, and then the musical director gives them some pages. And the pages they give that person are these very pages. Let's call the whole thing off. From the Gershwin brothers, 1936-37. And they go out into the hallway, and they happen to have never seen the song before or heard the song before, which, it's a pretty popular song, but go with me for the sake of the anecdote. I heard it was true. So they come back in and they sing because they're just sight reading it. They're sight reading the song. This is before the internet, by the way. This is in the 90s. You didn't have the internet on your phone. You couldn't just go out in the hallway and listen to 17 versions of the song. So here's what this person came back in and did. They went, you say either, and I say either. You say neither, and I say neither. Either, either. Okay, this one is pretty. This makes sense. So they're doing it pretty. It makes sense because the way the words are spelled. And then they get to this phrase, and it says, you say potato, and I say potato. You like tomato, and I like tomato. Potato, potato, tomato, tomato. Let's call it. So if you like pajamas, and I like pajamas, I'll wear pajamas and give up pajamas. Anyway, that's what I was told. Oh my God, Nuro Geezer says that Ira tells this story in his book. That's incredible. I've had this anecdote in my head forever, and it was in my version of it. It was someone I knows someone who did this in an audition. But you're saying that Ira Gershwin tells this very story in his book. Well, there you have it. Thank you, Nuro Geezer. I'll lay that apocryphal version to rest. Hello, Wave Street Girl. I'm watching you because David Feldman says you're the funniest man in the world. Oh boy, the pressure is on. Whew. Just got very hot in here. That is terrifying. Wave Street Girl. Thank you for joining. But if we call the whole thing off, then we must part. That's redundant. If we call the whole thing off, we part. That's the same thing. It's like saying if we break up, we break up. But if we call the whole thing off, then that would break my heart. So that 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 might break my heart. So if you like pajamas and I like pajamas, I'll wear pajamas and give up pajamas. For we know we need each other, so we better call the calling off. Let's call the whole thing off. Thank you. Oh my gosh, Donald. I keep the okay, the adulation. I'm happy to take it. Um Dad says no, in the story it was Pavarotti. I don't think Pavarotti auditioned for the Gershwins, but I don't know. They definitely overlapped. Um Nice anecdote about Pavarotti. I think I told it last year on the show, but I got to sing. I sang in Sweeney Todd when they did Sweeney Todd for the very first time in Italy back in 2008, 2009. And one of the towns we did it, it was Modena. And Modena, which is sort of in the northwest a little bit, um, Modena is the town where Pavarotti's from. And the theater had just been renamed the Pavarotti Theater. So we performed the show there. But what I learned when I was there, again, don't know if it's true, but I heard when voice students would come to see Maestro Pavarotti in his studio there in Modena, he asked them instead of bringing cash, just to bring him a whole prosciutto, prosciutto like that whole leg. Those things were pretty expensive, I think. Hey Z, how you doing? Yes, David's show is unbelievable. It's getting better and better. David says, Thug Thug Jew is his favorite comedy special. Well, that's a great compliment. Please, if you haven't watched it, watch Thug Thug Jew. That's my comedy special, and you can watch it on YouTube. But what I've started doing with the help of my friend Ian, we've started taking little bits, like 1 minute bits, like jokes, single jokes, and putting them up there on YouTube and on Tiki Taki. Yes, the Gershwins are great. What the folk is going on in here? That's a good that would be Z. That would be a good name for a folk music festival. What the folk? I'll bet it's been done. Um, yes, this what let's call the whole thing off is very good, done as a duet, of course. Um, Lyrics on several occasions has anecdotes and musings on how to write good lyrics. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, cool. Oh, David is doing his show tonight. Woohoo! We can watch it tomorrow. That's awesome. Um, Three-legged pig. That's a story. Oh yeah, that's the joke. A pig like that you don't kill all at once. For we know we need. Okay, I gotta get. Okay, enough of that. Ira, George, time for bed. Put on your pajamas. Put on your pajamas. Time for bed, Ira. So Kirsten had a really nice idea, which was to make an Instagram, like people do. They make Instagrams for their animals. Um, so the idea was to make one for all three of our dogs. At the moment, we have this nice pack, all with their Wagnerian names. And what I was thinking of calling, let me ask your help with this. What I was thinking of calling this Instagram, some sort of play on words with Wagner and wag, like wag your tail. So it could be waggy, wagginer. I don't know. Anyone have a big idea? What would you call the Instagram handle for a trio of dogs who all have Wagnerian names? Yeah, something with Wagner. Maybe Wagner is it. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening. Oh, that's what's happening. That was a song someone requested yesterday, and I said I'm going to try to play it. Now I have to remember what it was. It's definitely in this book. Oh, I know what it was. It was that classic. Here it is, Ray Henderson. What did Wagner name the Nordic fates? Oh, those were called the Norn, aren't they? The Norn? The Norns, yeah, that's it. Yeah, I had that one. I knew that. What's the meaning of life? You know what, Z? Thank you for asking. I've been waiting for someone in the audience to finally lob me that softball. The meaning of life. The meaning of life is I think there is no meaning. That's what I think. But all there is the meaning you give it. That's it. It doesn't have any inherent intrinsic meaning. It's just whatever meaning you want to give to it. It's like did you get that? That emptiness? My blank? Oh, that's good. Dave. Hey, Dave in LA. Nice to see you. Bonsoir. Dave says to learn the meaning of life. Well, I think that is a good thing about life. A good approach to life. Just treat it as an opportunity to learn. It's like an extra. It's like an extra period at school. Okay. 5'2", eyes of blue. But oh, what those 5 foot could do. Has anybody seen my gal? Someone asked for this song. This is a guy who's lost. He's lost his gal. Richard asks, where is this going? That's a good question about life. We just don't know. Turned up nose, turned down hose. That's a little bit provocative, a little bit NC-17 possibly. Turned up nose, turned down hose, never had no other beaux. Has anybody seen my gal? Now if you run into a 5'2", covered with fur. So she's covered with fur. So he's dating a Sasquatch. Oh no, covered in fur, like fancy clothes. I get it. Now if you run into a 5'2", covered with fur, diamond rings and all those things, bet your life it isn't her. Could she love? Could she woo? Could she coo? Anybody seen my gal? Has anyone seen my gal? It's like a missing persons poster. This song. 5'2", eyes of blue. But oh, what those 5 foot could do. That's an old-timey way to say 5 feet. You say 5 foot. I know my grandfather used to say that. The plural of foot is foot in the olden days. Oh, what those 5 foot could do. Has anybody seen my gal? Turned up nose, turned down hose. He turned down hose. It's important to turn down hose, because otherwise you can get in trouble. Turn up nose, turn down hose. Never had no other beaux. Has anybody seen my gal? Now if you run into a 5'2" covered with fur, diamond rings, all those things, bet your life it isn't her. But could she love? Could she woo? Could she coo? Has anybody seen my gal? Has anybody seen how? Richard says, Ethan, how do you keep a straight face? You got to keep your face in a straitjacket. That's how. Yes, exactly, Kathy. Hose, fur. That song is all over the place. Yeah, that's a great tune. 1925. Wow. 1925. That song is 99 years old. The words are by Joe Young and Sam Lewis. Joe Young and Sam Lewis wrote the words, and the music is by Ray Henderson. Rubs Troll says, somebody stole my girl. Well, yeah, that's basically the message, possibly, of this tune. Or is that another tune? Has anybody seen my gal? Is there another song? I'm going to look that up. Is there another song called Somebody Stole My Gal? Somebody stole. Oh, there it is. Benny Goodman. Look at that. Benny Goodman. Somebody stole my gal. Are there lyrics? Yeah. Somebody stole my gal. Somebody stole my pal. Somebody came and took her away. She didn't even say she was leaving. Wow, that's cold. Somebody stole my gal. All right, thanks for that tip. That's very good to know. I want to know who wrote it. Maybe Benny Goodman actually wrote it. You know what? I'm gonna look for that one for another show coming up soon. What's my favorite musical? Donald asks. Sweeney Todd. Sweeney Todd, hands down. Although, let me say, very close second, maybe even my favorite. But so maybe it wasn't hands down. But Fun Home. Did anyone ever see that? Fun Home? Just an incredible, incredible musical. It was based on the graphic novel of the same title. Wow, that was just incredible. Fun Home from a few years ago. Also, Dear Evan Hansen, that was great. Talking about regular, like a recent musicals. Yeah, the old timey ones. I love Oklahoma. I was in that, and I love that show. West Side Story is great, of course. Um, Oh, of course, Fiddler on the Roof, Richard. That is a great one. That is a great musical. Yeah. Well, the thing I'm not into is the musicals from the 90s or the 80s, like Cats. Ay vey, that was a painful few hours of my life. Cats was rough. Les Mis, not for me. That whole period of like whoever those guys were, I know they were huge, but it wasn't my taste. Let me give it a little Oklahoma just for the fun of it before we end this. If I have it. Here I have it. There's a bright golden haze on the meadow. There's a bright golden haze on the meadow. The corn is as high as an elephant's eye, and it looks like it's climbing clear up to the sky. Clear up to the sky. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way. My way. Oh, what a beautiful day. That's a nice tune. There's 3 verses. They're very cute, I have to say. Are you going to upload, Z asks, are you going to upload some clips from your auditions or roles on shows? Well, so to answer the second half of that question first, yeah, you can, if you Google my name or if you look up my name on YouTube, you can see some of my reels, like acting reels, where it's like compilations of my scenes from different TV shows and movies. So please do that, and you can see me at work. The one that has the most views by far is from Boardwalk Empire, where I was on the last few episodes of that show. So on YouTube, you can watch those scenes of mine. But yeah, there's a lot of that stuff up there. But as far as uploading audition scenes, I think it's a no-no, although I thought about this. After the role has already been given to someone else and the show's already come out, I don't know why you wouldn't be able to. So I'm going to ask the union, because that could be a really funny thing, to post some auditions. That's a great idea, actually, Z, to post some clips of auditions for roles and then post a little clip of the actual scene from the movie of the person doing it. That would be really a fun exercise. Copyright, yes, Kathy, good point. So yeah, there's copyright protection of most of that material, so you can't go in. But it is a little weird because actors posting reels of their work. Obviously, those are scenes from the show, but you're not. I don't know what the deal is exactly, how that works, but I do know that there is a kind of a fallacy out there that, like this fair use idea, I guess. Like people in the music industry will sample other people's songs, like in hip hop, famously, they'll take like a beat from another song or a riff from another song and then make it part of their song. As long as it's short enough, I think it's kosher. But there's an idea out there that as long as the clip you're taking on YouTube or whatever is less than 30 seconds, it's fine. But that isn't true. We looked that up. It ain't true. So yes, Richard, I was the Armenian gangster, the Albanian gangster. I did all those gangsters. All right, that's what we got. That's what we got for this evening. Thank you very much for tuning in. Oh, if you're in New York on September 10th, I just got asked to do a show. I'm going to do some stand-up for the first time in a while at Gotham on September 10th, it looks like. I'll give you details about that as the date approaches. That's far in the future, but that's fun. So I might even have to write some new jokes. Oh, Albanian also, Richard. Yeah, all those different. Oh, Bill Withers. Geez, yeah. Um, Not Perfect Day, not Beautiful Day, but oh, Beautiful Day, right? No, not the U2 Beautiful Day, but there's a Lovely Day. Lovely Day, Bill Withers. That's incredible. That Oh yeah, Donald. So if you check out the TV show was called Unforgettable. If you want to look that up on YouTube, if you Google my name and Unforgettable, that was the name of the show. I think my scenes are up there on YouTube as that Albanian mob boss. I'll be loving you always, with a love that's true always. When the things you've planned need a helping hand, I will understand always, always. Days may not be fair always. That's when I'll be there always. Not just for an hour, not just for a day, not just for a year, but always. I'll be here at 9 o'clock always. All right, thanks everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Good to see you all. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to be able to hang with you in the evenings like this. Um, please come back. Thank you for your eyes and ears and your attention and your comments. Love the conversation. Thanks, everybody. Sleep well.